Welcome back. Here we are on the Ethereum front. It's April 4th, 2023 at 6:41 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we're looking at ETH USD at 1917. So it's moved out about 50 to 60 pips since this morning. As I mentioned, I'm interested to see more bullish momentum return to the Ethereum markets, especially as if you watch my prior video about the dollar, the DXY. It looks like we could potentially be seeing more downside momentum in the near future. Um, so with that being said, Ethereum being the opposite of the US dollar, we could be seeing more bullish energy, more bullish momentum returning to the markets in the near term over the next few days, weeks, months. I'm not as, for me, I'm still in a place of uncertainty, as most people are in terms of cryptocurrencies, but strictly from a technical standpoint, I'd like to see price play out in these zones here, potentially reaching up to 2276. And then at that point, I'd have to readjust my perspective on Ethereum USD. But so far, so good. This morning, I was talking about how we didn't necessarily have all of the bullish indicators that I would like to have. We have an inverted hammer. We've got a strong bullish candle up. We've yet to have a crossover of the EMAs, but we do see that there is price action is consistent with the momentum that we're experiencing here in the markets. Another strong bearish candle up. I mentioned before that this pattern hasn't been fully realized, and so it's taking a longer period of time. However, that doesn't invalidate the zone here. So again, looking to see how we close above 1936, 1984, how price action responds to those regions before taking it further to the upside. Okay. So as I mentioned before, I wanted to take some time to look at what's really happening in the cryptocurrency space. I know there's been a lot of, I don't want to say positive or negative because there's like those connotations that become associated with that. But what I will say is news that supports bearish momentum lately in the cryptocurrency or markets. So let's just see. I recently I recently read an article that had 7 of the top uses of cryptocurrencies. Let's see. And one of them was being that like Ticketmaster is now offering ticket sales as NFTs. And I think that's really big as, we're moving into a different season, warmer weather. It's like festival season. A lot of concerts and festivals and things are starting to take place where NFTs will be used as the tickets for entrance. NFT sales near 2 billion in March. Let's see. Right now, I'm looking at fundamental analysis to really support our original decision. I'm not seeing anything too alarming that Latin America's biggest investment bank just launched a stable coin on Polygon. Let's take a look at that article. So Brazil launched its own stable coin, and it's a dollar-backed asset. So it's priced in US dollars, available for clients now. Asset will run on Polygon, the blockchain made behind the 10th largest cryptocurrency by market cap, Matic. Polygon is a sidechain network that is compatible with Ethereum and is popular among big brands such as Starbucks and Disney. Okay, so let's take a look at Polygon. Okay. Okay, so we've got some upwards momentum here, change in price. Let's look at a monthly time frame. All right, so obviously not a whole lot of chart data to go off of, but what I will say first immediately is that we are at a major reversal area on this pair, on the candle chart specifically. It seems that we could be experiencing some interesting price action here between these levels. Let's see here. Okay, so between 92 and $1.08. Let's see, I'm looking at it on the weekly time frame. I'm gonna do another one here. Make this one yellow. I just like to make them colors that immediately jump out at me. Okay, so I've highlighted some key areas to take interest where we can see price came above these levels, came down here, reversed from here on the line chart. Now, the reason why I'm looking at this on the line chart is because the line chart represents price action at a close price. So to give you a better understanding, like again, this is not like a beginner's Forex tutorial or anything like that, but just to give you a better understanding of how I'm looking at the charts. This candle here has a open, high, low, close. So if you look off here in the region, open, high, low, close. This candle, for example, has an open of 1.4658, high of 1.6960, low of 1.4429, and a close of 1.6951. Okay, so when we're looking at the line chart, the only number that is represented is the C, which is for close, so it'd be 16.951. And I like to look at price action at that point because if you look off to the left, it really gives you a good, in my opinion, a further or deeper understanding of how of like kind of like how we have like real numbers and imaginary numbers. For me, this line graph represents real numbers, where the candle also includes imaginary numbers, which are, in my opinion, indicated by the wicks. Okay, that's just from my level of understanding how I understand the markets. But again, so we have price breakthrough, come down here, breakthrough, and it comes back here again, kind of resists almost at this point, comes down, busts through, comes back up, and then we come back here, kind of close again. And if we wanted to actually extend this yellow line out, which we could, let's just do like that. So you can really see how price is reacting at this 1.1245 number. And then if we pull up the chart or the candles, we can see how price busted through, came back, retested, closed above because the close is, below for a red candle, or on a green candle, the close is above. And it's just been neutral or deciding its way in this zone here. So I'm going to do another one right here as well to line up with this one as an interesting zone to call out. Let me make sure it looks good. I like to make sure they look good on here, as close as perfect as I can get them. And then we can just kind of see how it plays out in the future. So for a while, the fall of 2021, we were really above this. And if you can remember, this is, the height of, the hype of cryptocurrency markets. And then there started to become into play, I believe in September or sometime, where there was some speculation um, about cryptocurrencies markets. Cryptocurrencies in March. Cryptocurrencies in March had reached close to $3 trillion. So we see, you know, a lot of that excitement here on these charts. So I'm going to do another level here. Just to show these are, key areas that we wanted to keep an eye on, take a look at. All right, so looking most immediately, I do see that we have had a one wave pattern. Maybe this is a second wave, a little retracement here. And this would be like 3, and then we're kind of just consolidating here. Now, for me, this really isn't a 3-wave pattern because in terms of Elliott waves, 3 is usually the longest. So maybe this is a 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, somewhere in here. Let's see. 1.30 and 1.29. Let's go look at it on the daily perspective. So as I mentioned, there's a lot of neutrality or indecisiveness that's present in not just the cryptocurrency markets, but all of the markets overall. And so we're really seeing that reflected in our price action, where we're not really sure where price is going to go. The market stakeholders and the market sentiment is really just uncertain at the moment. So, this is really where we play a wait and see approach with a positive outlook, with an optimistic outlook. Specifically, as we discussed the reasons why the dollar would be looking towards bearish momentum in the near term. Perhaps that could indicate that there will be more excitement or engagement within the cryptocurrency markets as newer technologies and capabilities, use cases, usabilities, things like that are becoming released. All right, so that concludes this video with a brief overview of cryptocurrency markets. Really looking forward to seeing more or larger excitement in the Ethereum as other things are, being built on this network specifically. So we'll definitely be keeping our eyes on this over the next couple of weeks. But if you are someone who is new to trading or interested in learning more about trading or how to self-invest and make your own self-informed analysis on how to handle your assets or in terms of cryptocurrency or foreign exchange, things of that nature, please feel free to comment or share this video, DM me. I do offer private mentorships for involved individuals. I know this is a brief overview at advanced or a higher level of learning, but for people who really want to learn this skill set, really learn this craft, I am definitely someone who is capable and able of helping someone who knows nothing, just wants to jump in and get their feet wet with learning how to trade the foreign exchange market. All right, so this was Ethereum USD, and I am Smile Love Succeed, and I'll check you next time.